Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade, the Transylvania Chronicles, here on Dork Tales. Hey, it's me, your storyteller, Kelly. I am really excited to be ushering in the Campaign of Ages yet again. We are headed back into, of course, the Carpathian Mountains, Transylvania, and all of that fun stuff. Joining me is my amazing cast of characters, and a lot of fun in the world of darkness. If this is your first time with us for Transylvania Chronicles, don't worry, it's not going to make any sense to you as much as it's not going to make any sense to us because we haven't played in about a year. So this session is basically a session 0 or 2.0 for book 2 as we head into the second book of the quadrilogy. I think it's a quadrilogy. Son of the Dragon. So Transylvania Chronicles 2, Son of the Dragon, takes place between 1472 and goes on quite a bit from there. When last we left the characters, it was just under a century before, and we are catching up with them tonight. We're doing some maturation, and we're going to be talking about the nature of the chronicle going forward. So, but first, like I said, if this is your first time with us, Dork Tales is a channel for creative nerds running out of the Pacific Northwest and all points around the globe. Today, we even have someone down from California, which will be fun. But I cannot go further before I thank our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games. Bookwyrm Games is full of World of Darkness nuts and people who absolutely love Gothic storytelling. So if you want to get some amazing dice, go to bookwyrmgames.com right now, where you can get dice that were inspired by the World of Darkness. Legally distinct, but some amazing gemstone dice, including a set for the Anarch in your heart, for the stodgy Camarilla member, and if you need something to roll when you're going to Sabattle and rolling your Sabattle axe, go and pick up some of those dice. They're amazing, and you can save 15% with code DorkTales. They do worldwide shipping for purchase of 100 Canadian dollars or more, which is really not that expensive in the grand scheme of things. So go to Bookwyrm Games. Thank you so much for being our sponsor, guys. You guys are amazing. So, Transylvania Chronicles. If you have no idea what it is, basically it is an 800-year-long chronicle that covers the rise of all of the vampire sects in the Vampire the Masquerade world. It is a legendary chronicle, perhaps the most legendary thing that has ever been produced by the World of Darkness / White Wolf as a pre-written adventure. The Giovanni Chronicles is a solid second, and they've done some other stuff, but nothing. This is the Horus heresy of Vampire the Masquerade, and we're slowly going through it. So book 1 took us 27 episodes. Go binge them, pause us, and come back. With that, I also want to say minor spoilers. There are gonna be some mild spoilers for the campaign. The Chronicle has been out for 30 years now. So sorry for any spoilers, but just be aware that if you're trying to go into this blind and you're playing it, you are going to learn some things about at least the first book that might change your enjoyment. And with that, let's go ahead and meet everybody. So, like I said before, I'm your storyteller, Kelly. I use he and him as my pronouns. I'm very excited to be here. I'm an American expat living in Canada. I have a master's degree in history. I am pointlessly overeducated and spend my time running role-playing games set in alternative eras that I didn't study in school, or at least didn't study very well. But I do love history. I do love historical narratives, and I love fucking with the timeline. And that's why I'm here today. I'm excited to be here. I like long walks on the beach, and I like the primordial wilderness. And my dog is laying on the floor next to me being grumpy because he's not out in the yard playing with a ball right now. To my right, we're going to introduce all of our existing cast first, and then our new player. But before I turn it over to that first player, I do want to say that unfortunately, our good friend Chris Blogg is not going to be joining us for at least a portion of this book. He has some family commitments that have come up on Wednesday nights, so he is going to be spending time with his little one, and Rainald is going to be off causing trouble for the papacy. So don't worry, Rainald will come back eventually, but for now, we have a shiny new kindred taking his place. Let's meet our existing cast, though, starting with Robin. Robin, how are you?
Yes, hello, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and you can find me usually here. We're not doing character stuff, right?
No, not yet.
Okay. You can find me here on Dork Tales doing dorky things, including doing some DMing, and hopefully this Friday wrapping up Storm King's Thunder, which has been a fun time to run. But yeah, you can usually find me here on Dork Tales. We're not doing character stuff, but I am right now. But I am repping a certain family crest that
Yep.
you can buy on Dork Tales TeePublic.
Drawn by
Cool.
our lovely artist Manolin.
Yeah.
And it is really great.
So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's
excited.
go diagonally down and say hello to Kal. Hey, Kal. What are you doing?
Hello. Yeah, my name's Kal. I use he, him pronouns. I'm usually Neo-Kal in different social medias. And where can you find me? It's behind a paywall, but we just did Descent into Avernus, and we're in the Mad Max Suicide Run portion of the game. So what is it, like a 3? It's been like a 2.5 session long like car chase.
Yeah,
but I like it. Dang it.
It's been good. A very baby driver.
Yeah. Need more Tokyo drifting.
Need more Tokyo drifting.
Need more Tokyo drifting.
Baldur's drifting.
More Baldur's gating. I may be a hater and a gatekeeper. But I'm also God's favorite princess.
You're also God's favorite princess. I can't believe that the name of the race in the first Fast and the Furious was Race War.
What? You're lying.
Yeah, it was called Race Wars. Yeah, look at Aster is nodding.
It was a different time. Okay.
It was a different time.
Yeah. It was a different
Race
time
Wars.
and
It wasn't that different. Although they
were stealing in Avernus, dang it.
They were stealing TV VCR combos in that movie, or TV DVD player combos.
Wow.
I think they were TV VCR. But
it's been a long time.
You know what? It's been a long time since we've heard from Jen. Hey, Jen.
Hey, I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns. And yep, I'm here. I've done some storytelling on Dork Tales, mostly WAD stuff. Aside from the one guest TM spot in Dragon Delves,
which was a good one.
It went really well. But yeah, I'm definitely more on the WAD side. I'm also the host of Paradox, a Mage of the Ascension podcast, which has returned. Yay!
It has now come back as Paradox and Mage of the Ascension podcast, The White.
No.
Okay.
But I'm hopeful that I can keep that going now that I have a backlog of stuff actually done.
Beautiful. And joining us, taking over for Chris, we have an amazing person and fan of the World of Darkness, Aster.
I almost forgot to unmute my mic. Hello. I'm Aster Sklucid, or Aster. I am a VTuber, voice actor, composer, and writer that really likes TTRPGs. So I like running a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, World of Darkness, and Cyberpunk, and all sorts of different systems, as well as play in them. And you'll find me all over the place because I don't like advertising where I am, and I just pop up everywhere. So that's just how that works.
Self-advertising is the hardest thing as an artist.
I hate it so much. I can't be like, hey, I'm here, check me out here. No, just find me. If you can find me, great. If you can't, damn, sucks for me, I guess. I don't know.
You gotta self-promote, man. You gotta self-promote.
I do the same thing.
You can also find me on the Too Much Energon podcast if you like Transformers and Beast Wars. Everybody
just bite your tongue and just go with it. That's what you gotta do. All right, so folks, today's session, for one, I also want to say real quick, Aster, thank you for joining. I'm really excited to get Zihow in here and to learn more about them, and I'm really scared because you picked the one clan that I always am worried about running for, which is...
I'm going to be terrifying. By the way, I use he, they pronouns. That's the thing too. But
it is a thing. Yeah. So I will try to do my best. Actually, I had one of your clan in my first ever Vampire the Masquerade game, and it was just as terrifying then. Like back in, we don't talk about the before times. Okay, so we're going to talk about all sorts of things here. We're going to talk about the setting. We're going to talk about maturation XP. We're going to talk about just some general things to try to get Aster into the game before we start in 2 weeks' time, going in hard in 1472. But this game is going to run every other Wednesday at 7 p.m. unless there is some type of scheduling issue, someone dies, someone comes back from the dead, etc. I'll try to get the YouTube out by Friday, whenever it runs on a Wednesday. It also will be going back up to podcast when we have a sufficient backlog. So probably about halfway through the season, it'll start going up on our podcast. In the meanwhile, you can listen to it on YouTube as a podcast, apparently. All right, so yeah, it's going to be up on podcast. So I want to meet our characters, and I want to talk a little bit about that. So we're going to talk about who you are at the beginning of this book. Aster, I'm going to start with you. So tell me about Zihao. I want to know who our new character is.
Do you really want to do that? Really? Immediately?
Do you want to go last?
No, I can do it. I can do that.
Give me some bullet points.
Bullet points. First of all, yeah, you can call him Zihao or whatnot. His real name is Sima Zihao, which means, well, his family name technically is just their keeper of the horses for like royal families and whatnot. And then his name directly translates to self wealth. So you can take that as it will. The is a Ravnos, and he is probably the
Everyone but me is so excited about that. I'm terrified.
So here's a fact I think is better for me describing the character than anything else. Ravnos is my favorite clan because I very much enjoy the idea that of all of the kindred, there is a clan that is poisoned to a point where they do not think reality is real. And their entire power set is that
you've never played Mage the Ascension.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I have played.
Oh, have you? Okay.
Not in for a very long campaign, but I have played Mage. But Ravnos in general, the idea that they themselves have such a delusion that they can affect this reality and try to gaslight people into thinking that the reality isn't real as well.
So like Malkavians are like, we're good at gaslighting, and the Ravnos are like, hold my vitae.
Yeah, exactly.
Roger.
Exactly.
So it's going to be interesting because, just elephant in the room for history. A lot of people are going to be like, this is weird. You've got a character who is definitely not from Transylvania showing up. And it's like, yeah, the historic world was actually a lot more fluid and dynamic than a lot of people think.
Exactly.
So it's going to be really interesting having a character who is from an area further beyond like the Muslim world coming into here. So
I can explain that if you want me to tell you.
Yes,
exactly
throw it in.
how that works. So Z comes as a Confucianist calligrapher and a poet that essentially escaped the fall of the Song dynasty around 1128. That's when the Mongols kind of invaded China from the north, and everything went crazy then. And the capital and everything was completely invaded, and there were a lot of people that fled. And for Z, he fled west and just kept moving west further and further, trying to find little bits and pieces of, after being embraced, find little bits and pieces of more kindred to convince of this problem of the false reality, essentially.
Nice.
So yeah,
I am looking forward to getting you looped into this. I think some of this is going to be figuring out how you're going to fit into the coterie and how we're going to be really combining everybody. I think you're going to be a really good foil for a lot of characters too. For example, you and Bastien are going to get along like oil and water, but also like salt and vinegar. So it's going to be, unless you're like, wow, we're totally different. But also, I
Yeah.
think that you're going to be a good contrast to a lot of characters. You're going to be an enabler, I feel.
No,
Uh,
no. That's how
yeah,
that's gonna
but
work.
it is. All right. Well, let's check in with everybody else. Jen, how's Alëna doing?
Alëna, yes. So I'll just go with basics because, of course, we have Aster here. So, Alëna is from like Kievan Rus type background, and is basically I went with the type of like Wild Witch in the Woods type deal. Very feral. She's our gangrel. She's delightful. She has skulls on her belt, um, and killed a werewolf. Oh, actual werewolf. So yay! Um, and yeah, she's in that state. Like I didn't do much of an art change aside from just, of course, the change in artist, but like in terms of her look, because we're still kind of in that 1400s era. She hasn't changed quite yet. She's learning some etiquette from Tereza. She learned how to read last book, um, but I do a lot of like herbalism stuff, and I'm very much the fighter type. But I
Yeah,
have
you're
like
basically invincible.
yeah, I have aimed to be the tank. I'm very tanky, and but I also have like merits like Scald because do oral tradition type stuff like that. So yeah, that's Alëna. I don't know
Okay.
what she's been up to in downtime just yet, but fun.
Well, we're gonna figure that out.
Yeah.
So Cal, tell us about Bastien. Bastion probably went through the biggest character like change throughout there, followed by probably Tereza. But
Oh,
like
you think so?
well, because Bastion started off as like a Khajiit and ended as a space marine, basically. So why don't you? Well, not a space marine. You basically ended as Aragorn. Same thing.
Yeah.
Kind of you
Same
you
thing.
went from a Khajiit to like Khajiit has wares if you have coin to for God's will zounds.
For God's wills. It's like zoinks.
Yeah, basically.
Like, guys, can you not kill people? Killing people is bad for your soul.
Oh, hey, I'm not Rainald.
No,
he
Rainald
thought
was
killing
very
people
much
was good for your soul. Right.
He thought he was Path of Night.
Path of Rain.
We had some good philosophical discussions with Bastien and Rainald, and just
Yeah. So what have you been up to, bud? What's Bastion's deal? Tell us about it.
Bastien's deal. So Bastien is from West Germany. That's the spelling of his name. But not like France. He's named that because his father was a Frank, maybe even a Bob. But during the passages of some crusades here and there, found his way to his mother. So he didn't have a father growing up, but just like stories, romanticizations of like a knight from the West. And he didn't start like that. He was like literally a fool, leaned into being pathetic. I literally had a jester hat for him. Wanted to be free. Really took a liking to a lot of the random Ravnos that we crossed. And then found out that the Malkavian sire that he had, when certain disciplines were used, that he was salubri. So he went, sire, you have some explaining to do. And so that's nice because instead of rapidly pursuing it, that's kind of like nebulous and out there, is to be like, okay, what's going on here? And like,
Yeah,
where's
you've got some
his,
memory issues. Somebody did something to that brain of yours.
somebody did something to the brain. He can receive visions, and he's got all the merits and flaws for seeing visions and oracular ability, and along with some of the salubri disciplines that Valoran, that's what it's called in these days.
Yep.
That make him very much not a combatant, but one of those sneaky snakes.
Well,
Yeah,
when
don't
you get
let 'em bite
Valorant
you.
5,
Yeah.
we'll check back in on that.
We'll check back in, yeah. But as for like the arc, I think they started taking themselves and their undeath seriously. The things Rainald was saying he's hesitant to believe, wants to be devout and follow the angelic voices in his head, but is severely doubts extremely that vampirism is anything but a curse. That was what him and Rainald kind of bumped heads about.
Mhm.
Is that like they're cursed at best, and at worst, like they're in hell. Or they are the walking their own version of hell before they're extinguished. And so they've kind of went a little bit more materialistic, went a little bit more, I'll just focus on the slaying and the laying and the castle parts,
And the embracing,
make
don't
my
forget.
own, and the embracing, yeah,
got
and
your
make
weird
make
psychic
the
daughter.
most of this undeath thing.
And you also were having an affair with a Tremere.
having an affair with the Tremere, which is fun.
It's great. You got a milfy Tremere who looks like Bayonetta, and
Yeah.
she wonders why you always wear that bandana.
Hey, I'm sorry, but the helmet stays on during sex, lady.
It's the kinky sex
For
helmet.
God. As God will commands.
God, the magic underwear and the magic helmet.
The magic underwear? Was that? I thought that was Mormon.
That's
Is that-
more. That's what he's going in the 1800s when we get there.
Oh, he's gonna switch over and be like, you know what? It's magic underwear time.
Yep. Embrace Joseph Smith. All right. Perfect. So and we've kind of got you being like a wandering crusader who got kind of rich off the Templars.
Very. The
You're like
time
Scrooge
flies.
McDuck levels of rich now.
I'm not
He's
jealous.
Scrooged.
I'm not. Tereza's not jealous of her.
Tereza's not
at
jealous.
all.
So let's
Well, you
check
know what it
in
is.
with.
I don't have 89 descendants that all
Listen.
filter out my coffers. Okay, I have one.
When you're creating a revenant family and trying to be just
trying to raise
family.
She's just trying to raise a revenant
Literally
family, man.
the
She's a
worst.
single mother trying to raise a revenant family.
A single great
Just-
grandmother
Who just had
trying
to
to raise her
punish one of her
family.
offspring's offspring.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's check
Listen.
it. Tereza, Robin,
Oh my god.
let's talk about this Gmail.
Listen, so Tereza, as everyone was going through their character's backstory, I was trying to remember. I was going back through Tereza's backstory. I'm like, oh my god, I'm a monster.
You want to just give the
Tereza.
We
greatest
all
hits?
are.
Yeah.
Did you notice the name of the title of this episode
Where we last saw our villains or something like that?
when we last left our villains? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is actually
So-
a line from Transylvania Chronicles book 2 that I stole because I'm like, damn, that's good.
Yeah. So Tereza Dinescu is our Zamisi of the group. She was born and raised in I have the city name, I forget where, but it's in like the Transylvania area.
It's probably changed names 3 times.
He has probably changed names 3 times. She had her lands were taken over by invading Ottomans, and she was taken as a boy, content warning. She was
Oh, yeah.
taken as a wife by one of the guys, and he did untoward things to her, forcing her to have children, etc., etc., etc. Two of her children survived, Dominic and Clara, and a vampire ghouled Tereza and saved her and ghouled her for a bit, and then her sire was not her sire, but the vampire that was promising to sire her got murdered. So then she aged 50 years back to her old state. And then she met Micah Vikos, who eventually, or he didn't eventually, but he did sire her. And she decided to eventually go back and get some revenge on the father of her children. And she, at the end of the last book, everyone finally found out who was in the box that Tereza carried around.
like-
It was her.
If you-
ex.
If you don't have generational revenge, that's okay. Pops open Tupperware. I brought my own.
Yeah, I brought my own. So she
Oh,
gold
you
her ex,
Actually,
and
got to know early.
yeah, no, Jen got to know early because she had some bonding from that. So yeah, Tereza finally let go of her ex after torturing him for like 200 years, keeping him barely alive. And in the process, she became very family oriented and decided to build her own Revenant family through many things, including inbreeding of her children. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine genetically. But she's just a little bit.
You can fix a
Family
lot of
obsessed right now.
overbites with
Yeah,
or a lot of
with
underbites with
fleshcrafting.
vicissitude. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So she's just making her perfect family, and she eventually got her glow up or glow down. She became young and beautiful, and now I have appearance 6. So does Tereza.
Ooh. Good. Good. We love it.
But yeah, she has her flesh dungeon and her castle, because of course we became princes, and so Tereza lavished in her nobility and power. She has her flesh dungeon where she works on her war ghouls and various things, and she's worked with the Lady of Flesh after we met her as well. So she's just she's a monster, and is currently on the path of Lilith. So if that tells you anything about her. But yeah, she's I have not worn her in a while, and it's gonna be interesting getting back into her because she kind of takes over.
Yeah, she's definitely that. So for this, just to give you a sense of things, I'm allowing any merits and flaws from Dark Ages 20 or the previous edition revised. I particularly like a lot of the ones from Guide to the High Clans and Guide to the Low Clans. We'll touch back on that in a minute. All paths are technically in play. I think we've got a pretty good spread of them. I think Bastien's still on humanity, isn't he? Yeah, he'll end up on chivalry.
The one holdout.
Right.
So for language and
chivalry?
setting details, we're using the language merit because they definitely changed linguistics on us between editions. This game was originally published for Vampire the Masquerade 2nd edition / revised, so I guess the original Dark Ages, and it's been 30 years. We're using Vampire 20th because it is the best version of Vampire the Masquerade / Vampire the Dark Ages. I'm particularly a fan of Vampire the Dark Ages. There are a couple of tweaks we are making to the rules just to make it flow better. For one, I am being much meaner with the enemies inside of these books because the V20 rules are... You have to, because you're just so much more unstoppable now. The other thing is we're keeping celerity the same. They took out the torpor rule about being able to wake people if your generation is 3 lower than theirs. We're putting that back in because otherwise it's weird that it left, in my opinion. Language.
Otherwise, one of the plots didn't work.
Yeah, it's like, well, you have to use this blood to wake you up. Oh, you can't do that in this edition. Well, balls. So it's a little bit of a mishmash. If we come up against something that is going to be a roadblock that is an edition fatigue, we're going to lean in the direction of story rather than mechanics. As for language, everybody speaks at least one shared language. And what was the common language you guys were using again? Was it just Hungarian or was it Romanian? I think it was Romanian.
I think it was Romanian.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
have a
there's
page
a-
I also
somewhere
have
specifically
Would
of
make
our
sense.
Blogg.
languages.
Yeah.
Well, in they do speak Romanian, like I think.
Yeah,
mostly
it's
that
all
area,
in
so.
Transylvania Chronicles book 1. Oh boy. They talk about languages and where you are. Let's just assume that it's going to be Romanian because I believe that was the most common language at that time.
In the area we were in, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was. I
And-
think we did.
Oh, I think we did because Alëna spoke the
Yeah.
least. And so
Yeah.
and that's the region. Yeah, that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember now.
So each taught of linguistics, except now it's a merit. I'm going to assume. So here's the deal: the merit does not count toward your total of merits. It's just they took it away as a background, so now it's just going to be 1 XP per language, or 2 XP per language, something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So Slavonic, Hungarian, Romanian, Baltic, German, and then Eastern languages, and then Western languages beyond. So we're going to go with Romanian. It's generally spoken of everybody in this area anyway. And then Slavonic is pretty popular too. So just have one of those. If you do not have it as a base language, Aster, guess what? You get it for free. Congrats. Take one shared language for free so we don't have to do like sign
You've
language.
been traveling in the area
I
enough.
had it. Yeah, I was
Okay,
I
cool.
was accepted. Expected, like, if I'm going to be in the area to draft more kindred, then I need to know how to talk to them. I mean,
Nice.
So
Otherwise, it'd be kind of hard.
One
to
thing
be
I
like,
forgot to-
Yo.
no.
One thing I forgot to mention was as far as like these are two completely different roads.
Mhm.
The idea is that Saulot
Mhm.
went to
The east.
the east and came back with Valoran.
Yep.
As well as a third cast, the Watcher.
And the third eye.
cast. And more importantly, the third eye,
Yeah.
which went on to all of his child, or even
Yeah, retroactively.
even if
Yep.
retroactively, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's some interesting back and forth, specifically between
Yeah. And as for
between Saulot, yeah.
as for the elephant in the room, the kindred of the east, do they exist? Sure, they're over there somewhere. I don't know.
Some of
We're-
them,
we're-
maybe some of them with 3 eyes.
Aster and I have had long talks about the kindred of the east and how that is a little bit of a dumpster fire. So, do they exist? Sure. They're over there doing their own thing. Don't worry about them. They're fine. They're just over there. There's a reason they didn't get a 20th edition. But did Saulot go and steal a bunch of their abilities? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, learned from them willingly without eating anyone.
yeah.
Because Saulot was a great guy and not completely morally.
He was a great dude.
He was a great dude and also did some things that I'm not going to reveal on this channel that Jen knows. All right.
Die.
Like
Alas.
die. Well, he hasn't died yet. I mean, well, yeah, he has. Or
Well,
did he?
Technically.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Technically. All right. So a couple of things about the setting. I'm just going to let everybody know, and Aster, because you are coming into this. If you're starting with this one, this game is a hard mature rating. Okay, it's a hard R. There is content warnings out the wazoo for this. Obviously, blood, murder, vampirism. It has sexual content. It has violent content. It has The only things that we do not do on camera, I mean, there's probably quite a few of them. We don't do SA on camera. However, some characters have talked about that in their backstory. So it is a matter that it is never something that is going to be like celebrated, obviously, nor is it going to be used for shock value. I don't find that that's particularly useful. Whenever we're coming up against something like that, we can always talk our way around it, or we can just, hang a lampshade over it, type of thing. Like it's unfortunately, it is a part of the historic story, but it doesn't have to be a part of the historic story we are saying. The reason that I want to say that is because this game is not about historical accuracy. Strangely, there weren't vampires running around in 1472.
What?
To my knowledge. I know. But we're sure going to make it feel like there
Dracula
were.
is a fantasy, not
No,
a
Dracula was real.
historic.
But he was a
Okay.
werewolf.
Dracula was real.
Yeah.
Dracula was real, but he was an alien.
Yeah, he was an alien werewolf.
Uh.
Where? The stars. So, yeah.
There's a reason
Werewolf.
they howl at the moon. They long
Yeah,
for
they want to go home.
They want to go home. They're like, why am I?
I just had a great extra life idea. My God.
Oh my god, yes.
We're werewolves on the moon. We howl and carry harpoons.
The werewolf's
Anyway.
trying to get back to the moon.
Is Elon Musk like just a servant of the
A were-
werewolves? Or Jeff Bezos?
Pentex?
Well, he's weird enough
Pentex.
to be a ghoul or a yeah.
That's true.
That
All right.
explains a lot, actually.
So when in doubt, though, we're going for historical vibes, okay? This is supposed to feel historical, but with that in mind, we're also going into this knowing that we do not have a full picture of what history was. We're going to make mistakes. It's fine. That's part of the fun of this. We're going to get the vibe wrong. We're going to get things wrong, and that's the fun of the experience because we're playing in both a fictitious version of history, but also a Hollywood version of history that we live in mentally, right? Because we only have so much that we can play with. While we're doing that, we need to also be aware that this book covers all sorts of stuff from the Vampire the Masquerade timeline. We are going to be presenting this as, yeah, that's one way it could have gone. If you guys like, here's the tip. This book is all about Dracula. Okay. So if you guys want to kill Dracula, I don't recommend it for the plot because that really means that I have to change a lot. But
Furiously scratches out the entirety of the book.
yeah. All right. Welcome to book 4.
Right, yeah.
Or
just go
what if
ahead.
it's like a
It's the cheat
butterfly
code.
thing? We try to kill I almost said Blackula.
Blackula.
We try to kill
Dracula, and then
Blackula.
And then we make a
Blackula.
worse guy that goes down it. It's like the butterfly. You go back and try to kill Hitler, and then
And then you get
Mecha Hitler,
Blackula.
and then you get Black Count. That's Count Blackula.
It's Count Blackula. So, God damn it.
Kelly, are you comfortable having Blackula in our game?
Shit. That's about all I can do.
All I can hear now, whenever like is shit, is how you say it, Cal.
Yeah,
Shit.
Shit. Yeah, just
I
it's just
do
a
make that
Blackula
sound
with
a
like the
lot.
giant afro and like the pick in it rising, going, "Oh shit, here we go again!" Like every 100 years. Yeah, he's just CJ from
He's
Grand
a
Theft Auto.
CJ, yeah.
Yeah. So, but like, if you guys want to change the way the narrative works, I don't care. Okay, this is a story that we're telling. You guys aren't working off a script. One of the biggest problems with Transylvania Chronicles is that it is considered to be an incredibly railroady module. If you haven't noticed so far, there have been entire episodes where I've been like, guys, just go with it. Like, fine, it's just a thing. You gotta do it. It's stupid and I hate it. I want less of that going forward. So I want it to be more free form. In the story's narrative, Dracula is embraced as a Zamisi. That is what kind of happens in the story. Some of you know which Zamisi embraces him. That can change. I mean, we already have a lot of change right now because Tereza, I don't know how many child or Micah Vico / Sasha Vicos has, but apparently one, at least. I'm pretty sure there weren't hordes of Gould boars roaming around Transylvania, but there are now. It's like our Mage the Ascension game, although that did have a magic time traveling box that allowed the timeline to branch. This just has vampire bullshit. So we're going to be talking about all of that. We're going to be going through that. Some themes of this: war, struggle, monstrosity, loss of humanity, etc. And then, does anybody have any lines and veils that we need to talk about? Any hard limits? As always, if we come across anything, I have a private chat window, and Aster, because we've never really played anything super extreme except for like Vampire the Little Death over on Patreon. That is the best way that I have right there, which is just spam an X or spam something in the chat so it takes multiple lines up, and so that I know it's not a typo. So it's
Yeah,
a
you
good
don't have
way
to worry
for
about me. It'll be cool.
cool. I know
I'm
you're
good.
going to be cool, but and for example, if there is anything that shows up, anything that this is really gross, and we have a Zamisi, so like I've gone really gross with this. I'm a horror writer. I just got a great review on one of my vampire fictions where someone said they
Nice.
almost threw up because of my gangrel fiction.
Ah,
And I'm really happy because that was incredibly gross. Robin, you've read it.
yep.
Yep. 10-second
Confirmed.
explanation. When you're a vampire, if you get embraced and then something happens to you, like if you're one of those vampires that wakes up post embrace, like after you've been dead for a little bit, your body tends to try to go back to where it was when you died, which is a problem when you've been autopsied. Look it up. I'm not going to repeat it on the stream. Also, look up autopsy powder and what they do with your organs afterwards. You're basically a Thanksgiving turkey. It's weird, guys. Don't come back from being autopsied.
Try my best.
So, yeah, just stay autopsied. It's fine. As we're going in that, if there is anything, like if we're going through and you have a thing about eyeballs and you're like, oh god, I forgot to mention the eyeballs, just catch my drift. Everybody has a squick about the scarabs under the skin thanks to the mummy. So it's just a thing. And
Hey,
in the
you can
chat,
throw scarabs under my skin.
I, maybe get some drinks in you first. And if you are watching, if I'm ever going to do something that is particularly grotesque, I will usually content warning before I do it, folks, for your comfort, so you can skip through it. Usually when there's a Zamisi scene or a training scene, when Tereza starts bodybuilding, it's gonna be
Oh right. Yeah, there was that one scene at the beginning of one of the episodes
where I basically
the
did
Duchess
what
was.
and I basically did what
Yeah.
happened to Nebula, but with flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got lines and veils there. I want to give you a quick update on what has been happening. Okay. So book 1 took us from the building of a fortress on the Tahuta Pass all the way to the start of the Anarch Revolt. 3 of the characters here were present when Zamisi themselves was diablerized. Okay? That is where the book ended, with you helping light the fires of the Anarch Revolt. So just so before we try to link in Aster's character, so here's what is happening, okay? So the Anarch movement is gaining ground. You guys ended the game with the creation of the Vinculum and the Vauldery. The Camarilla is going to be founded in 1435. There are going to be various peasant revolts. There are basically like enslaved servitude among the serfdom of the region. Romanians are soon to be barred from holding public office. There is the constant pressure of the Turks coming into Wallachia, into basically the entire Transylvanian region. The Malleus Maleficarum is distributed, and the Inquisition is reinvigorated. Then what else happens? Let's see. Matthias Corvinus, the son of Hunyadi, becomes the king of Hungary, and he does a bunch of things in the future. There's a bunch of stuff that's happening right now. The Anarch Revolt is in full swing, and Jen, I'm going to tell you right now, this is the book that the thing that you've been wanting happens. Jen,
I know it is. I know what
Jen-
timeline we're in.
I know. Jen really, really wants to be at the Convention of Thorns. And guess what? That's this book.
Yeah.
So this book, I'm going to give you a quick macro look at what happens, okay? So the late 15th century is incredibly important for schemers. This is where things are starting to really, really solidify. However, one of the most important schemers of this era is not, in fact, a vampire. It's a human named Vlad Tepes. We're going to get to him in a little bit, but we're starting in 1472, where Transylvania is under assault by the Ottoman Empire. It's been 19 years since the Turks conquered Constantinople, and there have been constant raids into Eastern Europe. It's a very destabilizing time. Western Europe is too demoralized to launch another crusade at the moment. And the last time they tried, they got absolutely wrecked, and that's when Vlad Tepes the Elder was killed. It's 1472, and it's heading into fall. We are going to be beginning with an invitation from Count Radu, who you have met in the past. You are going to be again and again and again. Radu is going to try to bring you together, and is going to try to get you to do some favors and so on. Does anybody remember who the Prince of Bistris is? Is it still just Radu, or was it one of you that took it over? Because I think it was Bastien potentially before.
It sounds like something
That sounds like something you would do.
he would do, but I know that he also hosted that kind of a little bit wonky. It was another kind of
Yeah, the
mind
Dagonesti.
gone- There we go. That's who it was. Yeah,
The one who was possessed by Cupola, by Francis Ford Cupola.
that if you're gonna full name the demon, yes.
Francis Ford Coppola. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that his
Yeah.
name is Coppola, and that was after Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. It's not the same thing, but it's the same thing for me. So the domain of Bistris is Count Radu. Then I've got they actually
Tereza's Prince of Kronstadt.
so Kronstadt.
nice.
So they actually have, guys. They actually in book 2 tell me about the regions. So check this out. The domain of
Wow.
Kronstadt. This is a difficult territory to control, largely because of its proximity to Seoris. A gargoyle pack patrols here frequently, and travelers are far more likely to encounter warfare between the Tremere and Zemisi than any other region of the Voivodate. Knowledgeable occultists also fear secrets hidden beneath the Black Church in Kronstadt. The region is surrounded by 3 Zemisi Terzas that war with Seoris and each other. 3 named Tara, actually. Tara Fagorusuli, Tara Bise, and Tara Romanilor. And then to the south is Tirgovste, the temporary capital of Wallachia, where Vlad the Impaler will one day rule. So what is a Tirsa? I think that's not a person. Hold on. What is that word? They're doing that thing where they throw in Zemisi words.
Oh, Past Me was smart, and I wrote down things. Good job, Past Me. Stuff that I do
Damn
on this
you, past
downtime.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah, where's my
I always have a sheet in my
Teresa.
book with downtime.
So hold on. Tirsa. That's not a person then. No, I guess it is. I guess it must be. Yeah, it totally is, because that's it's a title then. So then, of course, Tereza, you are probably going to be in there as well. And then Balgrad. You were the Prince of Balgrad, Bastien. So a smaller domain in the southeast,
ball grab.
Balgrad, is ruled from the traditional city of Balgrad. One of the most notable features of this is the Roman necropolis nearby. Surviving Cappadocians know the area's significance to the lingering ghosts of the dead. Other Canaanites may not be so enlightened. This is also the realm of the infamous Dragomir Basarab, a diabolist of the worst variety. And then, Jen, where were you? Were you at Hermannstadt?
Hold on.
Okay.
It's technically the name she goes by, because this is different from what's going to be in the books. I'll tell you what the book says in a second. But
Okay.
technically, she's the Scourge of Sigishora, which is Shasberg in the book. But Sigishora is the Romanian name for it. So.
Okay, and what other name does Shasberg have?
It's just Shasberg.
Shasberg? No, it's
Yeah.
not. They change its name again, I'm sure.
Okay. I mean, probably, but.
Not Salzburg. How do you spell Salzburg?
Shasberg, you mean?
It is just Schasberg, right?
Yeah, it's the German, like, Schas, and then the German S, and then.
Okay, just double checking this. Not Smashberg. So is it just sauce?
I swear to God, it was Shasberg in the book. That's why I'm like confused.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Well, it will, but the thing is that Transylvania Chronicles is not great at updating the names of their cities as things change.
I meant you told me from the book that it was Shasberg.
Oh, I probably did. But that was Kelly at least 2 years ago. That guy was a dick.
Exactly. But that's why I'm confused. You can't find it. Is the main thing.
So hold on. There is a chart that actually updates it a little bit. I just got to find it. And of course, it is the most interesting thing to watch on a stream.
Super, super interesting.
Okay, too much damn background. Yes, it is. Okay, hold on. It's in a sidebar. I'm just looking it up right now.
Hold on. Map.
Got it. Schasberg becomes.
Yeah, it's Shasberg.
What the hell is Schasberg then?
It's Shasberg on this map in book 1.
Okay, so it's right above. Oh no, they just don't have anything about it in here.
Of course they don't. Why would they? I wiped it off the map.
It's a tiny paragraph on the next page. The city known as Sigisoora. Thanks. Okay, fine. Kelly's still an asshole. Plays an important role in the backstory to this drama. In 1430, Vlad Dracul is appointed as the mortal ruler of much of this domain, so the dad. Along with the Wallachian duchies of Amlis and Fagaras to the south, his son Vlad Dracula inherits his legacy. So there you go. So you actually have a real important reason for being dragged into this.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So there is that. So we have all of this backstory. We have all of this stuff. And one of the things that I really want to get across is that these 2 books are basically the biggest complaint about book 2 and 3 is the book is going, man, you know who's cool, guys? This NPC, this mortal NPC, isn't he cool? You want to be his friend, right?
It was already doing some of that at the end of book 1.
Yeah, kind of was. So what I am doing, and this might be slightly heretical, is that I'm going to see this book. This is book 2, and this is book 3, and I'm going to kind of go like this and make them a single book. So this is actually going to be a 3-season show, not a 4-season show. And we're going to cram these 2 together, and I'm going to be cutting out a bunch of stuff that is not fun. And to give you a little more, like, because we talked about this last time. So going forward, this is not going to be a vanilla version of Transylvania Chronicles. Like, we're going to be adjusting things because I want to have a ghoul boar armada. Now they're on boats, Jen. I see them wearing little Napoleon hats or little Captain Crunch hats.
Well, see, I'm thinking the little sailor, the sailor boy hats,
the triangular sailor.
The ones who aren't in charge.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, the smaller ones. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. But then there's Captain Tusk. All right, so
Admiral Tusk to you.
we're doing it differently. We're combining book 2 and 3. Boom, we're done. So with that in mind, you're all coming together for a singular cause. I would need to know right now, let's talk about the coterie. Is Aster already in your coterie, or are we introducing? Because it's probably easier to introduce him as an existing member of your coterie, but or at least have a very close link to one of you.
Yeah, because then there's the airtime of who are you? Where did you come from? Blah blah.
Why do we
blah.
trust you?
Kind of
Yeah.
and
You
I
shouldn't.
feel like using
so-
airtime for that is kind of.
Yeah.
But it could be that, hey, I met this person 2 years ago, and this person's an asset to us because.
Can we do
Yeah.
flashbacks?
Yep.
Because my issue is always figuring out how my character is going to interact with somebody who's new.
Yeah.
And the other three of us have established things, and I don't want to like accidentally, because Alëna is feral and she's a lone wolf in theory. I literally gave her a gangrel flaw of like pack mentality so that she would actually bond with the group. So
Nice.
like I don't want to accidentally like leave you out kind of thing. And I'll definitely work hard to not do that. But it helps to establish like our shared history if we can do some flashbacks at the very least.
I think
Yeah.
so. And I think putting Aster against someone, against something, might be the best way to do this. So, Aster, how do you think Z feels about the Tremere? Because that's probably the easiest way to have to either be persecuted by the Tremere, to have been forced into a bad situation by the Tremere where you've had to go against them, to work with the Anarch Revolt, because I think destabilizing reality is probably in your wheelhouse. And like
Yeah.
the status quo being the fact that Camarilla is starting to exist.
I have a
Yeah.
question I want to throw out there just
Please.
before you answer there. What if he's seeking information about the Valkyrie? Like, what if he's like, hey, I heard that there are kindred in this
That can break the blood
region
bond?
that can break the blood
Yeah.
bond. Maybe, is that an interesting hook, or is that played out?
I mean, yeah, I definitely think that would be interesting, but I think it would be really because I feel like Z is very much um how would I say it? They really embody his name. So it's all about self, the self, rather than the the followers that he has and disciples that he might have garnered over the years.
Mhm.
And I think I would even argue that since he was embraced, and then the other thing that happened that Kelly, you and I talked about, since that's happened, he's amassed a following, and their teachings have come directly against the Tremere, and without him knowing, because he has no control over, he doesn't have a lot of like I would say just care about how people do, or how his disciples do, but they get wiped out
Mhm.
essentially, and then that'll be like, well, I didn't care about them, but then you fucked with my things, and now I have to fuck with you,
Nice.
kind of deal.
Well,
So
because
then,
yeah, we've got Tereza being actively at war with the Tremere in this domain.
yeah,
Now, Alëna wants to pretty much obliterate them.
I was going to try and use one of my abilities to effectively not let them embrace in Seoris.
yeah,
Yep. She's
That-
gonna
I had a
curse the ground.
plan. They wouldn't let me
right.
near enough to Seoris.
Yeah.
Which is really great for me, who's just been kind of ignoring them. So it's kind of, I think that's what the glue, Aster, The biggest thing before some changes were happening were should Bastien stay in the group? Everyone's like particularly evil, and he's trying to find answers, like the researcher or the scribe, right?
Yeah.
Like wants to
Yeah,
find
yeah, yeah.
answers for this. The holy person, Rainald, didn't have it. Whatever Teresa is,
What do you mean?
He's
hey,
got
if
it, but
she's
you don't
right,
want
family.
to. You don't want to find it.
if she's right, the
I don't want.
I don't.
but
yeah.
like he's a little chaos and believes in like the freedom. Is like, hey, we get naked and hunting people in the woods, right?
That was an
Um,
entire episode. That was great.
Yeah.
It was
And
so
then
good.
and then I'm the only
I
one that
rolled
loses
so
any.
bad that episode.
But the whole them particularly having their own individual huge problems with Tremere is the glue, like has been the glue. That was like,
Yep.
oh, if I go anywhere else, it's like open season on me.
You'd have to hide yourself again a lot, and
Yeah.
you know.
I mean,
whereas
I'm
we
curious
were,
whether
like,
or not
cool.
I'm
Yeah,
curious
right.
whether or not Bastien is going to survive to the end, be given his heritage, right? Because like it's
There's
still
probably it's been hundreds of years longer than he expected.
yeah.
So he's probably has gotten to uncaring or too comfortable.
I feel like too comfortable. So
Yeah.
so do we want to have Z have how long do you want to have had that connection for? If we're going into 1472, it's been a while since y'all have probably interacted beyond letters because you've all had your own, your own shit.
About 60 years, so
Yeah. So
How about I dropped in around the area, just 50 years ago, and then you've
Yeah.
just met me in passing every once in a while, over and over and over throughout the entire the decades, until
That
you're
sounds
like,
good.
okay, this guy kind of really is annoying
Slaps.
the shit out of the Tremere enough for me to,
yeah, right?
we have one
we
more
could
thing.
use you.
We have one
something
more
like that.
thing, and that's because of this, you got involved in the Anarch Rebellion, which means you've partaken in the Vauldery.
Yeah.
So even if you've only met, say, Alëna once, you could have a 6-point vinculum to her, and
Yeah,
vice
yeah,
versa.
yeah.
So it's
Well,
just
that's
like,
true.
oh,
that
this
definitely
motherfucker.
improves. That
Yeah.
definitely could help give us a little bit more guidance on how to potentially interact too.
Is that something you
Yeah.
feel comfortable with? Like, I mean, you're going to be there eventually.
Yeah, I'll be there eventually. I think it would be interesting to RP that part out though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think I want to see the difference between being in the Vauldery and not with the
Yeah,
character.
fair.
Yeah.
Fair. All right.
Yeah.
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 So then
Well,
everybody.
I was gonna say, like, at first I was gonna say that it's probably best if you don't wind up in Alëna's territory first, because that's literally how she diablerized somebody, was just wandering through her territory. But then I was also like, but if you were, doing something against the Tremere and that's how she found, she might actually be like, that's kind of cool. Or you find one of the others first, and then Alëna gets to meet you that way, because
Well, and
wild animal. If
Tereza is constantly trying to domesticate Alëna.
well, and also like
dot of etiquette.
the Gangrel and the Ravnos actually get along fairly well, usually.
I just meant territory wise, because she's
Fair.
like,
You're very territorial. Yeah.
very territorial. So like, if she meets you outside of that, that's probably fine. It's
Or
just
like, if maybe I didn't even think that to that I crossed any territory lines, but I like plucked the Tremere out of that area that was just happened to be passing. I'm just like, no, this one's mine now. Just take him away.
What'd you do with him? Don't ask. Don't ask. I locked him in a box and hey, we have somebody who already does that. Cool. You guys can be friends.
a new box, a new box.
New
buddies.
box, box buddies.
Where
So-
else do I keep the balls? I grab.
God damn it. Okay. So Let's
I
talk.
have an empty box now, so
Oh, it's true. You have an empty box. That box, I mean, you can't get rid of a good box.
I still need Michael to make me that dice holder.
Oh,
or
yeah.
die
You need to go
coffin.
message him
Amazing.
right now. Right now. Do it.
Michael, I'm gonna.
Okay. Because that there is a special by the way, if you did not sign up for our backer kit, we have special Transylvania Chronicles backer kit dice that we had made that got funded. So when that backer kit store opens up, I will be sure to tell everybody so that you can go pick some up, because they're really cheap and they're really good. Okay, so let's talk. We're going to start prepping a couple things. I want to make sure that everybody is on top of things. House rules. We don't use many, but here are the ones we use, just so you're aware. In terms of addition to war, like I said before, we're using V20, except where it does not work in the system or setting, such as the torpor rule. XP costs, we're using current rating. That means the rating that you presently have is what you multiply by, not the new rating you are purchasing. Additions are very vague on that. It's the cheaper of the two, if you need to remember. Extra specialties. If you wish to have additional specialties or purchase fields of expertise, you may do so. I believe that we decided that buying a specialty requires you have to have at least 4 dots in something, and then I think it was 4 experience points for a specialty. That
I think
was not
one came free.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
your first one comes free.
Yeah, your first one comes free. There's a rule in Mage, actually, in M20,
Mhm.
that's like the well-skilled craftsman, where you don't have to buy, because otherwise you have to buy up all 4 dots again to get another specialty. And I think it was like, I want to say 3 XP, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah. Anyway, it's if you want an extra specialty, that's fine. I'm
Area
also
of
fine.
expertise is actually listed in the XP cost list, and it's 1. So
So I want to ask, so specialties in this, so they allow you to reroll 10s, basically. You don't get, so that is the one difference we're using between V20 and normal, is that it used to be, you just get, every 10 was 2 successes on a specialty. We're doing exploding 10s because they're more fun. We're also, so with that, yeah, that's what we're doing. If you want extra specialties that allow you to reroll those 10s, this is an alternate rule I'm willing to do, which is that you get an additional specialty for free you get 1 at 4, but you also can get 1 at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, etc. when you hit levels of those skills. Your skills, all of the dots on your sheet, are capped by your generational maximum. Most of you are 7th generation, which means that you have a max of 6 in everything. I am cool with that, with you guys being inhuman and having these extra specialties. Is that something you are fine with? Is that, or would you rather keep it just to the 1?
Oh,
I feel like someone who has 5
like
points
I
of brawl
rolled
knows
10s.
2 martial arts.
Yeah. I feel like I rerolled 10s so little that
Yeah.
it is nice that when you start excelling,
Yeah.
because I know you
Yeah.
gave Tereza a second one at 6,
Yeah.
but it would
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
make sense if it was 4, 5, 6.
yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
Right.
and I also
like
allow
how
you to
OP
gain
I don't think it's overpowered, is what I was trying to say.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I'll also give it to your enemies. I also am going to say that I do it so that when you blood buff, using you empower yourself with blood, you can pick up a specialty when you do that. Just 1 though, because otherwise it just gets really crazy. But I'm assuming that, like, if you're like, I'm gonna buff myself up to strength 9, it's like, yeah, you might want powerful arms. So you can get 1 for free.
No, I'm just gonna punch them and break every bone in my body.
Yeah, that's right. Oh god. Never play with the storytellers who are like, you boosted your strength, but not your stamina. Get
The
bent.
kids, they called me Mr.
Get
Glass.
bent.
They call me Mr. Glass. So hunting rolls are all situational. We're not going to be doing the standard one. So when you're hunting, you can use literally anything on your character sheet. Use seneschal and appearance, right? I don't care.
Oh.
Right? Whatever fits the setting. Combo disciplines. I hate them, but we're allowing them. I don't think that the blood should be able to be mixed like that. I'm a purist of the vampires are static, but everybody likes combo disciplines and they're really cool. And when I was a player, I did love me some Burning Wrath on a Brujah. So,
And I have 2. and they make sense. Like I have claw immunity, basically. Like you can't hurt me with animal claws. Oh no. Like whatever. That
What
makes
about
sense for
gangrel
Alëna.
claws? Those are
Well,
animals, right?
They're super animals. Yeah, that's a super beast. If
Wolverines.
Rob Zombie can be played over the fight, that doesn't count.
Oh,
So channel points. If you were watching live, I'm sorry, YouTube. If you're watching live, we do have channel point redeems, which can be basically you get rewards for watching. It's a non-money thing, but you can buy people willpower. You can spend for Hurt the Moors, which are extra dice and cheats for me. Drama bombs, which are my abilities to turn up the heat in the kitchen. And something good happens where, like, I will allow players to re-roll or forget some ones on a roll, etc. Or maybe an ally will show up or something like that. It's basically a positive plot twist. We get a lot less of those than we get about the Hurt the Moors. And then blue booking, we don't do too much of it, but a lot of it, like I might ask you guys for some bullet points of what you've done during downtime. And when we do a massive jump, we will discuss that or run it. Okay, so with that, I think let's have some fun with the maturation chart. So here are some fun things about maturation charts. Basically, during downtime, it has been, I'm going to round up to 100 years. So, and give you all 15 maturation XP. Now, the book says that maturation XP must be used. You can use them to raise the traits. So when using the maturation system, a trait cannot be raised by more than one for each century. And you cannot combine them with XP.
That's what the book says, and that's why we debated it earlier, whether or not we separated them or not.
Yeah, so here's the deal. I'm going to waive that because you can't, at a certain point, you can't use maturation points for anything, which might be the point, but that's also not as much fun. So I'm going to give you 15 maturation XP into that. You can just add that to your XP total. What I also will do, just because I am such a nice guy, is you also got 3 points of XP bought for you by the chat tonight, and I was going to give you 2 for showing up. So you're going to have a total of plus 20 XP to play with. Okay, so add that to the existing. You guys are at 209 XP on your characters right now, if my math is correct. Okay, we are going through a section called Fortune Paths. Fortune Paths are all about your backgrounds. They are about growing and changing your backgrounds. And the way that it works is this. For each 50 years that come to pass, you choose one background to focus on. Then you're going to roll on a table. You're going to roll a singular D10, and you are going to consult a chart that I have. Now, for example, you choose allies. You're going to roll a D10. So somebody roll a random D10 for me, please. So what we got?
6.
8.
Cool. So you guys rolled 6 and 8 on allies. So in that case, you gained 1 ally during this time period. Okay. If you had rolled a 5, nothing would have changed about your allies. Okay. Before you go into this roll, you can also spend additional experience points to do more cool stuff. So for an investment of 3 experience, you can roll on a second table. So you can roll again on another table and try to beef more stuff. And on every roll, so it's 1 roll for free per 50 years, 3 XP for a second roll, max of that second roll. And then on each singular roll, you can spend up to 3 XP to raise that number. You always want to roll higher on this, okay? So, for example, for every 50 years, then you could spend a total of 9 XP for +3/+3 on 2 rolls. Make sense? Cool. In that, so your backgrounds can go up or they can go down. There's no guarantee that it will be a positive interaction. However, you can get some cool stuff that comes from this. I have created extra things that will happen during this. So for example, additional maturation charts. So you can focus on allies, contacts, herd, resources, status, retainer, generation, mentor, or, and this is what's fun, as of book 2, Influence actually has a breakdown bit. So the influence bit is going to be influence in the mortal world. And what you can do there is when you are rolling on it, you will also roll on a secondary chart to see where your influence went. So, for example, let's go ahead and say that we're going to combine your rolls real quick and say that Alëna, you rolled a 6 on your first roll for influence. Okay? Because you're the funny one to have this happen to. You will gain 1 point of influence. Roll a 10-sided dice on the influence specialization chart to find out where you focused. Then, so I said 6, then you rolled an 8. So then we look at the list and we go, somehow Alëna gained reputation. Your influence stems from your personal reputation. You might be known as a great scholar, powerful warrior, or innovative artist. Whatever you excel in, the mortals of your area know your reputation and come to you for advice.
I already have a point of fame for that exact thing.
Exactly, right?
Which is
but
funny.
Now your reputation, so like that actually would make a lot of sense for you. But you could also roll and have it be in, these are the specializations: aristocratic, church, natural resources, fashion, mercantile, military, political, reputation, or academic. Or choose or make one up on your own. For the last one, they finally added a mentor chart here, as well as a retainers chart and a status chart. So basically anything on your character sheet. And finally, this is the one that's fun: experience for merits and flaws. They have added an expanded merits and flaws section. So the way that it goes is that merits and flaws, when you take merits and flaws, you are at a max of 7 and 7, unless you get my permission, minus the language one, because that one is just shouldn't count. You can acquire. They suggest that nobody takes more than 10 points total. For every 100 years of age that you have, you may add 1 more point of merits and flaws than the 7 points.
Ooh.
If you want to buy down some flaws and then take a big flaw or switch out a flaw, say if you had hunted as a 4-point flaw hunted by the Tremere and want to replace it with dark fate as a 5-point flaw, you may do so.
We're caught by the Tremere, and now you
We're
have dark
caught by
fate.
the Tremere, right? So there are a lot of ways that we can do this. You can also get new merits. I would suggest that merits cost 2 per dot. 2 per dot rating of the merit. Flaws give you back that XP. It's probably easier just to balance them out on a 1-for-1 if you can, but it's your character. You have fun. So we're going to wait to do that actually until we go through these charts, because this could be a fun way to figure out, like, for example, if you lost your status, you could have been branded, you could have gained an enemy, and these are flaws that you can take on your character, which is pretty cool.
Quick question.
Yeah.
So just because you named it, but we kind of went past it. Are we still at the 7th gen limit for generation? I'm assuming.
Yeah, let's cap it at 7th right now.
Oh, cool. Because my other thing was whether or not
I think you capped it at 6 because I'm 6th on my thing.
Are you 6th?
Yeah.
We're gonna cap it at 6th.
Cool. Then in that case, generation I think was the one we did. You could do it once every 100 years, not once every 50.
Yes.
I think that makes sense. Yeah, because then otherwise it gets stupid. And 6th, I don't think you're going to be able to drop it much more than 6th. How did you get to 6th generation? Was that in combat?
I
Are you sure? Are you
Is it
Are you
from-
7th generation, or do you have 6 dots of generation?
It would be
Think
the
you-
same because 5 dots is 7th gen.
Yeah, 5 dollars.
Oh, you're right. It is in Dark Ages.
I have 6 dots of generation, and I have 6th on the thing
Yeah.
of generation.
Okay.
So I have 6 and 6.
Okay.
I got generation on the first one. The first break, I Diablo as a Bruja. And then let me see what happened on the next one. It might have happened in battle.
Might have happened in battle. Okay. So
I feel
just
like it happened in battle.
Yeah, I feel like the other one happened in battle.
All right, so folks, we're going to be right back to do this portion. Don't go anywhere. Hey everybody, welcome back. It is time for us to go through 1,000 Years of Night. But let's go ahead and start off with this. So we are going to be doing 2 maturation rolls to start. Remember that every time we go through one of these, you can buy up another one. So if you spend 6 experience points, you can have a maximum of 4 rolls on these tables. Who would like to go first? You don't, so if you
Sure.
don't,
Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you
Why
don't
we just go
volunteer-
a circle.
What? Are we doing maturation as 50 years per roll on this one? Or
yes.
Okay.
So
Even
we're
though
gonna
it's
do
only
50,
60 years.
I'm gonna round up for fun.
Sure. Yeah, I'm just curious because that's all.
All right, so Tereza. All right, so
Mhm.
first of all, how many rolls are you doing? 1 or 2?
I'm gonna do. I'll do 2 rolls.
Okay, spend 3 experience points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what we're gonna do is you're gonna pick a background. Pick any background on your sheet, or pick a new one. You pick any background, basically. So once again, just to remind, that is allies, retainer, resources, influence, generation. Not for you though, you're capped. You're full. Mentor, pretty much anything. Status.
Yeah, I think I'll go for
Heard.
status.
Sounds good. All right, let me pull out this book. All right, here goes. Drum roll. First roll. Let's roll. What is your status presently?
It's 2. Presently.
Okay. Roll me a d10.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 2 XP to add two
Okay.
points to it. Right, that's how it goes.
Yep, absolutely.
So I'll spend 5.
Okay, 3 and 2.
Which I'm glad I did. So that's 5 for the first roll.
Oh. So no change. Why do you think there was no change? So
Well,
you
do you want me
haven't
to do
gained.
a combination? Because I did buy another roll.
So yeah, let's totally do that. So what is your second roll going to be in? Is it also going to be in status, or are you going for something else? Such as
right,
allies.
we could put other stuff into it. Okay,
You
right.
can-
I was
yeah,
thinking like
it's
2
just-
rolls for status. Right. It's been a
So
while
you could
since we've done this.
do. No, it is. And thank you for being brave enough to go first. So maybe, yeah, do influence.
Sure,
Like-
I don't have influence, so I'll do influence.
Okay.
Mad.
Well, you gonna spend any XP on that?
No, I'll spend 3 XP on that.
Okay.
So
For
I'll
a
do it
total
for
of
3.
8 XP, because why not?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's gonna be 11. So roll the
Okay, gain 2 points of influence, and what we're gonna do is, if you have 2 points of influence on that area, if you achieve that same roll twice, okay, roll me a d10.
Okay. 6.
Okay, and roll again.
9.
Okay, so military. You have influence over the military. Either the soldiers who defend the area are raised and supported through your levies, or you sway an important military commander or noble. In either case, you can count on their aid in defending your holdings and may be able to influence when and where and possibly whom they fight.
Hey.
So, and then you also gained a point of academic influence. You helped fund or maintain correspondence with scholars at colleges and universities. Your influence, you may influence developing philosophies, introduce new theories, or preserve old knowledge you don't want to see lost. You have access to the latest thinking among scholars, to learned tomes and ancient texts. So where do you think this is? So your status didn't go up. because you're at war with the Tremere.
Yeah.
So you really haven't been going to like gatherings and things.
Mm-hmm.
So may I posit something for you?
Yeah.
The Tremere are trying to destroy your way of life. You're a you're a voivodess or a voivode. I can never pronounce the word, but you're a
Voivode.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's I don't know. I have trouble. Of course, this is the Transylvania Chronicles. I have
Voivode.
trouble. Voivode. You're a boss bitch. Okay, that's the literal translation of voivode. Okay, so they're trying to destroy your way of life, all of the Tzimisce history, but also the local history, and you are one fighting them off, but also trying to preserve your own history.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Tremere don't care about your local history.
Yeah.
And neither do the Turks. Hell, are you
Yeah.
helping fight the Turks?
Probably.
Or the Ottomans?
Yeah, probably. They have a little sore spot that I just killed in a box for that.
Oh yeah, because he was from the East, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was an Ottoman.
Okay, so you are waging war against the Ottomans. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Finally,
maybe not.
I've been trying to get her to do that for a century.
Yeah, I know. She finally put her feet up. Okay, so there we go. So we have what you've been doing. You have no change in your status, but you have influence 2 now,
Nice.
which includes military and academic that you can.
Yeah, I
pull
think she
through.
also started a school for girls.
A school for girls.
Yeah.
To teach them how to be monsters like you, the Little Monsters Academy.
Yeah, Little Monsters Academy. Monster
Aw.
High.
Monster High. All right, so that cost you 8 XP for the first bit. And then let's go down to Aster. Aster, what's been happening with you? Let's find out. I know that you're still in the process of spending a shit ton of XP, but
It might change. Things
it might change.
And
So-
Kelly, I don't know if did you catch my suggestion off screen, because
which
Aster didn't get our first round of maturation
mhm,
to like actually run Aster through the first round of maturation as well.
I know. I was wondering how to
Yeah.
do that. So what was your thought
Yeah.
on that?
It was mostly just like we find out more about Z. There's somewhere in there.
I'm
Okay.
okay with giving him extra rounds because it throws a
Okay.
loop, right? Like if you roll low enough, you have like negative status or you
We'll
gain
tell you what.
herd, and it could kind of fill out his like.
His backstory?
Journey.
Okay, so what are
Yeah.
the years for that?
I have them
So
written down here. The first
so
one was
Z-
1198.
Okay, so 1198. Z, you were embraced by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, already.
So
Yeah,
so
it was
your
between
embrace.
it was 1198 and we skipped to 1314. It was our first big skip.
Okay, well, actually, there's an easier way to do this, which is so Aster, what was his date of embrace?
I mentioned that to you. Let me double check
You
that.
did.
Let me.
I think it was
because I did
it was
check.
I think it was 11 something.
1133.
Okay, so 1133. So it has been 350 years, which means that you get 7 rolls on this chart
Okay.
Heck yeah.
throughout your life. So let's do it, baby. So you get times 7. Just to make it easy, let's go for it. So I guess pick something.
Sure.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's just run for it. Generation is one every 100 years. You said
One
wanted to
every
do?
100 years, yeah. So
If
you
you
can have
choose.
if you choose.
Like if you want to eat a guy.
If you want to eat a
Yeah,
guy.
let's try.
I don't
eating
think
a guy. I
Bastian's
just
You
eating
get to
anyone.
you get to roll on the chart for which kind of guy you eat.
Yeah, you do.
That's
It's
true.
really great.
sick.
Yeah,
because
you can
I
also
found.
also, sorry, there's one more thing that I forgot to mention before, and it's a special rule I added into this, and that's the devil's bargain. You can raise your roll by a single category up. So say if you rolled like the 4 to 5 chart, you can raise it to the next one up by accepting a devil's bargain from me. So Tereza, we'll come back to you in a minute about that no change.
Interesting.
But
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
So, what were you
so
gonna say?
I read over Western Path of Paradox, loved it. It's gonna be the case. And then one of
Okay.
them literally says that the moral guideline is refusing to commit a diablerie on an elder. So I can't refuse. So let's try doing it.
Let's
He
do it.
respects his elders. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
take him as a own. So
All right, roll me a d10.
that is a
Yum,
9.
yum.
A 9. Gain 2 generations, limit of 7th gen. Oh, that's what it was. It's that you could get to do a maximum low of 7th gen through this chart.
Ah.
And because you diablerized in the field.
Yeah.
Or was
I
it
did
when-
one. I did one in the chart, and then I did one in the field.
Was
Because
it
you
a
diablerized a
Misi?
major character.
Yes.
Okay, so you have diablerized down. So feel free to save some points on your embracing. You can choose to diablerize a person from your backstory, or we can roll to see if it's a random bonus person.
Why not?
Well,
both?
I like
Yeah.
the backstory one already, but let's just add a little fun and
Sure, let's add a little fun.
wait, let me see,
Roll me
what does it say?
3d10.
I like how on isn't 9 to roll on the special Canaanites? Oh, roll for Canaanite on special Canaanite list.
Yes, it is.
So
Oh, you're right. It
3d10
goes
or-
straight to special K Knights. So never mind. Roll me
Yep.
just 1d10.
Okay.
I just like how 10 on special Canaanites is rare or vintage.
Better not. Better not.
Right.
Please roll 3.
That's a 5.
You embraced,
Fuck.
or pardon me, you didn't embrace. You diablerized a key acid.
Which makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Weird Fae bullshit.
Weird
So-
bullshit.
Oh, those.
So-
them.
Z has the ability to gain dots, at least 1 dot of Mithraceria now.
The Fae La Sombra. That's what
Yeah.
Kiasid are.
Yeah, Face Sombra.
Fae
Face
Sombra.
Sombra.
Yeah, we
Sombra.
can do that.
Bruh.
You could start
I
the
played
game
one
with 1
once.
point of Mithraceria if you wanted.
Yeah, I mean we'll add on from there, I guess. That's
Okay.
Interesting.
Diablerize. There's like 5 key acid at this point, and one of them's in your stomach.
yeah.
And every once in a
no.
while, he's like, "Hey, listen."
Hey, listen.
Oh, that
Hey,
specific
listen.
one. Oh man. Okay.
I just got to remember what the first level Mithraceria power is.
Yeah, for some reason I can only remember level 2, which is like stonework.
So Facite and Folderol determine whether so you have lie detection.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
That one's really good.
Nice.
But also Facite, because fine, why not?
Sure. I'll figure that one out. I'll figure that
Consider
out.
that.
I'll figure that
10
stuff
XP
out.
for the ability to check lies in your line of work. It's ridiculous.
Actually, I think the version of Mithraceria I used was obviously a different version because it was like 15 years ago now.
Yeah, it was the
Um,
second edition one. Yeah.
Yeah, where like level 2 or 3 is like stone melding. I could like mold stone and stuff. And
so
I-
weird.
I burrowed through a stone wall up into like a cabin with my bear familiar or something.
Okay.
As you do.
Yeah, as you
All right.
do.
Yeah, in Vampire. Yeah.
All right. All
All right,
right.
my
So
dog's fine.
you. Okay. So you've Diablerized. All right. Let's go again. What else do you want to do? You got. Let's do 3 of these rolls right now, and then we'll go to everybody else. Then we'll come back to you and do 3 more,
Agreed.
and then we'll finish
Okay.
with you doing your last one. Unless you want to buy more.
We'll do herd, if that's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, Herd's great, man. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. And then
Okay.
how
I've got
Is it
Doja
still-
Cat stuck in my head now.
is it still just the first
Just
D10?
a D10. Just a D10.
And I think
That
you
is
can
a
spend.
6.
6. All right. So you have a dot of Herd. I'm assuming this is probably cultists.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
I kind of picture you as like Thulsa Doom, just going around with all of these like weird cultists, and you're like, jump from the top of that platform, use your body to break through. Anybody, you've seen Conan the Barbarian, right?
Yeah.
Where he's like, look, your body's stronger than steel, and then she just kills herself.
Yep.
Or, I was looking off camera when I said that, so I'm sure this can go on TikTok now, right? Unalived yourself.
Oh boy. Yep.
Oh boy. Okay. And let's do one more on this.
And then the last one I will say is let's do what did I have here? I'll do influence.
Influence, let's do it. All right.
That is a 2.
A 2. Okay, so a 2 on that is a disaster. If you have no influence to lose, you now have negative influence. Roll a d10 and find out what your negative influence is. Mortal institutions in your area either ignore you, fear you, or avoid you, probably because of your bad
5.
reputation. 5. So the mercantile class.
Okay.
Probably. Are you running scams?
I mean, no, I don't think so, but I guess it's happening.
Well, or you were
Tereza,
trying
now
to.
you know why you're not at
Reputation.
resources 5.
Well, also just telling people that their worldly bonds don't exist is a great way to try to stop burgeoning capitalism.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we'll just deal. We'll figure something out here. I got it.
We'll figure something out. We got some. We're cooking. We're cooking.
Yeah.
All right, Bastien.
Perfect.
We're gonna hop over to you. What do we got?
Okay, so I've already got an influence. Let's see if I wrote it. Did I write that down? Or did I just write influence by itself?
It was just influence by itself because we didn't have a specific type of influence
Yeah,
before.
So what I'll do is I'll do an influence, and whether it goes up or down, I'll just take the type and add that to the plain dot I already had.
Mhm.
Does that sound decent?
Yeah, that sounds. You'll
Yeah, because
diversify.
they didn't really diversify it in. V20.
Alternatively, if
Yeah.
you want to roll a d10 to find out what type of influence it was in the first place, we can.
Oh, just for funsies for
Yeah.
free? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just to see what it was.
That first one's a 6.
Cool. So that's military. You were crusading.
That
that
makes sense.
That makes
Boom. There we go.
very.
I love this portion of the build because this feels like the Quiet Year Vampire Edition.
Yeah.
And Robin, start thinking of things that we're going to
It's
do
like
that devil's
world
bargain
building.
for when we get back to you. And that's the first thing we're going to do when we get back to you.
All
Okay,
right. What
So
else?
let's go ahead. Roll for influence.
Rolling for influence. And how does it work? We get 3 sections, but if we
So-
spend 3 XP, then we can get
So 3
another one?
XP, each XP. So there's 2 ways. So 3 XP buys you a second roll. So
Right.
it's influence and whatever else you want. You basically
Right.
just get a roll twice during that period of time. You
Right.
can also spend up to 3 XP per individual roll to boost the number.
Ooh. Oh,
So if you
got
rolled
it.
a
Okay.
1, it would be a 4. If you rolled a 10, it would be a 13. And on a 13, I'll probably give you something crazy.
Okay, but otherwise
by the
that
way,
first one's just free.
We have 2 sections, and we get 1 per section. One.
You get 1
background
per.
For free.
You get
Yeah.
1 for
Yeah,
free,
yeah.
yeah. So you get 2 free rolls total over the 100 years.
Over the 3. Got it. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So let us do influence, and I'm
Okay.
gonna put first roll, and I'm gonna put 1 XP, 1 or MP, or
One maturation point. Cool.
To
All right.
boost
So
it.
add 1 to whatever you roll. Give me a d10.
all right. That one is 4.
Okay. So 5, no change. So
Okey-doke.
nothing has changed, but we can do a devil's bargain if you want to bump that up to gain a point of influence.
Yeah.
Okay, possible devil's bargain. Your influence comes from another person. You owe a great favor for this. Your influence is limited and will wane if you do not focus on it during play. You gain an enemy. Like, let's think of a way to make this work. And roll me a d10
Okay.
to see where this influence comes from.
That one's 1.
Okay, so 1 on that is aristocratic. Your influence comes from interaction with nobles, either mortal princes or kings. This connection allows you access to courts, and as long as you remain in favor, you are unlikely to lose lands, titles, or privileges in the mortal world.
Interesting. And that's connected to
That's
the
a-
devil's bargain.
It's connected to the devil's bargain. So I have an
Mm.
example for you.
Yeah.
You're providing blood to members of the family.
Oh, that's pretty.
You're ghouling the family.
Mortal. Oh, wow.
Or are responsible for like protecting them during warfare or things as a salubri, which could potentially expose you
Oh, shit.
with your healing
That's
abilities.
kind of better. Because then instead of them feeling powerful,
So are you
it could be like, get the healer or go and get the... Yeah.
You want to be a guardian angel?
Oh, yeah. Oh, the aristocracy.
Okay, so we're gonna have to look up the noble houses in your area who are looking for hot young salubri studs to protect them.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay. Are you paying for a second roll during the 50 years?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you gonna spend it in?
Let us do. Let me take a look. See again at the. I've already got resources 5. I don't think there is resources 6, or is there?
Resources
Check.
6. You could. What's your generation?
I'm generation 8.
So no, you can't get resources 6. You could go generation and try to lower your generation by diablerie.
Even
And gain resources.
backgrounds you can't get to 6.
Not until you have generation high enough.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
I thought it was
I'm
just
doing-
like
I-
attributes and
There's
skills.
options in like mage for pooling backgrounds where you can combine with other people and get
Mm.
more than 5. But yeah, other than that.
So basically, they
right.
say that you can allow people to go up to 6, but I cap it by generation just to allow you to have that type of aura of influence.
Right.
It just is it's easier bookkeeping.
Oh, let's do status. So I'm gonna spend
Sure.
3 XP.
Okay, 3 for status. And are you spending any to bump your roll, or are you just going to take it raw?
Plus 3. And I'm gonna spend 2. So I'm spending 5
Okay.
MP on this one.
Okay, so
Second roll. All right. And there's a total of 3 in this downtime?
there's a total of 2. There's 2 50-year periods. So you'll be
Aster's
able to go
getting more
through.
rolls. So
Aster's getting a shit ton of rolls
Oh, so
because he's
there's
doing
2
extra.
free ones in this jump.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So status, give me a dice.
Okay.
What do you got?
Status. I pumped 3 into it. Hurrah! Oh, thank goodness. 5.
5. So is that 5 with the 3?
8 with the 3.
Okay, gain a point of status, +1 status.
I'm at 2 status.
2 status is kind of coming up. It's coming up. By the way, you can always take a devil's bargain to raise it to a higher category, which would be 2 points of status, but that could be bad.
I can do that.
You can always take the devil's bargain to make it worse.
Make it better and worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Okay. Okay, devil's bargain. What is the downside of this if you're raising your status? So the way they talk about it here is using this table in conjunction with other systems may be confusing. Character rewarded with political title during the game, blah, blah, blah. Of course, status is a tricky thing. So it's all about your reputation among kindred. So is it... I mean, are you gaining status for your participation in the Anarch Revolt? Are you working against the Tremere? Are you working with the Tremere? Like, what's your deal? Did you do something horrible and you have a dark secret that is tied to your status? Besides being a salubri? Because that's kind of a freebie.
Yeah, I did something bad.
Although, like, honestly, like, being a salubri is one of the ones where I'd say you kind of can just take the devil's bargain for free by raising your status as a salubri.
That's... Wait, what have I done? Yeah, you know
You're
what?
drawing a bigger target on your eye.
My devil's bargain is... Oops.
M salubri.
Forgot M salubri.
All right, I'll allow that. Perfect. All right, so we've got your stuff.
Salubri.
M forgot salubri. Alëna.
Yes.
Did I have one more?
No,
think
you
I
don't.
bought
You
that
got
one.
you got two
Oh.
total.
Because we go through one set of time and then we
Oh,
go
I
through
see.
a
We're
second set
doing
of
the
time.
time
We're,
jumps.
we're coming back to you. We're coming back to you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I just don't want everybody to wait
It'll-
around all year.
Yeah, basically.
The
It
only
also
person
allows
we're
you
waiting
time
for
to
is Aster.
it allows
'Cause
you
he's
to
worth it.
think things through and stuff. Yeah, right. Okay. Can you remind me which backgrounds I can do?
You can do generation, retainer, influence. Actually, generation wouldn't matter for you because you're already 7th.
Yeah. I was gonna ask
so-
that if we're still limiting that because of
Yeah,
the chart
six through roleplay just because the powers get obscene. So retainer, influence, mentor, resources, status, influence, contacts, herd, allies, and anything else that you see on the sheet that would make sense is also available.
Okay. I'll do one roll for status and one roll for influence, please.
Status. Okay, so 3 XP for the influence.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, roll me status. Are you spending any to boost? Or are you taking it
No.
taking it as it is? All right, I love
Taking
it.
it as it is.
Take it on the chin. Let's go.
That's a 7 for status.
That's a point of status. Okay,
Woo.
+1 status, probably for being a certifiable badass.
Quite possibly, yeah. And
Do you-
I'm thinking also Anarch Revolts stuff, probably.
Okay, and being there at the Diablerie of Zamisi and like starting the Anarch Revolt, you think that maybe this is the moment where Alëna is starting to become more social, simply because she's becoming like a warband leader.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking is like I'm figuring by the time we get to the next jump, which is after Convention of Thorns, because Convention of Thorns is about 20 years after we start. And kind of after that, that's when Alëna's gonna start the shift that I see for her happening. It's just the jump currently is too small to really
Now, here's a
allow her that change.
Here's a question for you. How many points of status does that give you total now?
3.
Would you like another dot for a devil's bargain, with the downside being you are a major figure in the Anarch Revolt? Or do you want to wait for that?
I think I want to wait for that. I'll think about it. I might do it
Okay.
in my next set of rolls.
Sounds good.
Simply because I also need to think about her. Like, I don't think her flaws will allow that to happen just yet,
Mhm.
is
Sounds
the
good.
main thing. Like, she has status, but she doesn't have respect.
Okay. All right.
Right?
Well, let's find.
Like, those are different.
Well, let's roll for your influence then.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a 10.
Okay, and roll me a d10.
Right. I have to do that again. An 8.
Okay, and roll one more time.
Let's roll with my good hand. 3.
All right, so you have. Oh God, this is great. So I'll start with the 3. Your influence is a natural resource. It stems from your personal control, a strategic keep, access to local water supply, mining interests, ownership of a forest, or some other natural resource. Whatever it is you control, the mortals in the area need it, and you can influence that control. You're the Witch of the Woods.
Yeah. I
Pigs.
100% am.
She has all the pigs.
I have all the
You have all the-
pigs and the forest that they live in.
And then what was the other one? It was 8.
Yeah.
Reputation. Your reputation stems from your influence stems from your personal rep as being you. Hey, there's that reputation you were looking for.
Yeah, right. And so I get 2 points for the 10?
So you get 2 points, 1 in each of those. So 1 in
Yeah,
natural
yeah.
resource, 1 in that, but a total of 2 points of influence.
Perfect.
Okay,
Sounds
so
good.
Jen, because we are going through this and you waited the longest, do you want to snake back, or should we just jump back to Robin and go through the cycle again? So do you want to take your next 2 right now?
No, I think we should go back to Robin, and I'm happy because I need to think. So I'd rather.
That sounds good. Okay, so 50 years have passed. Robin, before we continue, though, you wanted to do a devil's bargain for your status. So so to gain that point of status up, which would take you to what?
3.
Okay. What is the downside of this? Is this, and it could be something as easily as you were there as part of the Anarch Revolt, and other Zamisi could be targeting you for participating in the Diablerie of the Eldest. It could be that the Tremere see you as more of a threat and are targeting you. I like the idea of the Zamisi kind of factionalizing around you.
Yep. I like that too.
So you have some in-house enemies.
Yeah. Zamisi infighting.
Okay. Sounds good. So your status is mostly Anarch Revolt. Did you want to boost your influences at all, or probably just leave them the same? All right. So
My influence was already a 2 because I rolled a.
Oh, that's right, because you rolled super high.
I'm not gonna take it. Yeah.
So what do you want to do for this 50 years?
I'm gonna spend 3 XP to buy another roll.
Okay.
But so my first one's gonna be resources.
Okay.
You would.
I want to be richer than you.
Are you putting any XP into the money into the pool?
I'll put 2 XP.
Okay.
So that'll be 13 out of my 15.
Okay. Well, 20 actually. Don't forget you get 20 because you got 5 XP for tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. So I'll do that. Resources with a +2. Because I can go up to 6. I can be richer than Bastien.
You technically can go up to 7, but
Oh, I don't think
what'd
I
you
can
get?
gain 3 points. That is 4. So then that's a 6.
okay. So
Take a
that's no
devil's
change.
bargain to rate it to
Devil-
2. Oh, is a
Devil-
6 not? Is 6 not no change?
6 is no change.
Oh, well, I'll take a devil's bargain to get 1.
Okay, Devil's Bargain +1. Okay, so what are some of the examples for resources they have is possible result. Investing in Transylvanian mining, developing a career in blackmail, earning the tribute of the local people, efficient farming techniques, your support of an artisan who's known for their brilliance, siphoning money from a covenant or monastery, the discovery of a vein of precious minerals, peaceful century allowing, nope, I'm just gonna skip that one. Mercenary raids allow you to steal the wealth of your enemies. Exploding technology.
100%
Okay,
that.
from the Ottomans?
Raids. Yeah.
All right, getting your Shadow Legends on. Stealing from Ottomans. And I'm also going to say that with this as well in your military influence, I believe, was it you that was in control of the area that
Oh, yes.
Vlad Tepes comes from? The Vlad Tepes the first? Or was that Jen?
No, I think that's... No, I thought I was...
What was that?
Oh, you're the Black Church. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
I'm the
Jen
Black Church.
controls the region that Vlad Tepes Senior comes from.
Yeah.
Okay, so either way, you probably have had a run-in with the Order of the Dragon.
Yes.
A positive one, because they like to go to the Ottomans and fuck them up. Okay, and are you paying for an additional roll?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I already put that.
Oh, you did?
Said I was
Oh,
going
you
to.
And what are you going for?
Well, now I'm the same as Bastien, so that's good. Unless he can't go more. He can't go higher, so we're safe.
Oh, you think?
So
Okay.
there's
I would
allies
like
contact.
I would like to actually buy
More retainers.
I would like to buy up more retainers. Oh wait, how much can I go up for a retainer?
You can have multiple 5-point ones.
Okay,
Each
so
retainer
I have
is like its own.
I have
Yeah, we're doing
6 dots in retainer right now.
Yes, but that is split among several retainers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
So,
I can just get
Dominic is
more.
a 4-point or I guess Dominic isn't a retainer anymore because you embraced him,
Yes.
didn't you?
A
So
retainer
yeah, so
No,
can't
Clara's
be-
Clara's embraced.
oh,
That's what she
Dominic's
went
still.
off with Maiko.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah, that's why she's Vikos.
okay.
Oh, wait,
so
he has her.
Yeah,
has
he
her
has
still.
her. Yeah, he has her
Yep.
still.
So if you want to keep going up with retainer, you can try.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
So retainer. For the future, what we're going to do is divide your individual retainers on different lines then.
Okay, I will need to definitely get more. I have so many extra stuff written in that
You
I'll need to
do, and
definitely-
don't forget that we do have on our XP log, our Excel sheet, we have that retainer chart that explains how to do that.
Yeah.
That I put together like 2 years ago.
Okay.
This really is the
Retainer.
Chronicle of Ages, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so I've spent another 5, so that's I'm at 13. Yeah, I'll spend another 3. I'll put that up for 3. I'll do and get up to 16
Okay,
or 20.
plus 3. So you've spent a total of 16 XP.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, done.
All right, that's gonna be 8.
Is that with your bonus?
Yes, I rolled a
Or-
5.
Okay, so gain 2 points of retainer.
Ooh. Sweet.
Oh, weird. So between the two charts, they have different ones, but I'm going to use my special one that I wrote, which is you gain 2 points of retainers.
Okay.
Okay, you gain 2 points of retainers, which are part of your bloodline. By the way, I'm going to need you to look up what the name of your bloodline is. Because you could just call them the Dinescus, but if you look, every bloodline has like a name that is slightly separate, like the Bradoviches, the et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
So if you want to call them the Dinescu, you can. But
Okay. I'll look up revenant lines.
all right. So Aster, we're back to Z. Let's give me 3. Or 4. Whatever works for
Alright.
you.
So
Oh,
wait,
before you jump from Robin, she wanted to Devil's Bargain a previous.
We already did.
Oh,
We did.
I guess I missed
We
that.
started with
yeah.
that.
It was
Oh,
the
right,
first
right.
name.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
okay. So I already figured out why the merchants hate Z. Might not even be because of Z himself, but I have craft ephemera, which makes my illusions functionally real, but they fade at sunrise. So I've paid stuff with money that I've made up, and it just disappears. All right.
Oh,
Anyway,
God. That's great. So you're yep. We've all played D&D. It's just that you're doing it for real.
Yeah, that's exactly
Love
what
it.
it is.
All right, what are we buffing?
Let's do. Can I do the allies?
Yeah, let's do allies. Let's
For
make some
one.
friends.
Yeah, let's try to make some friends
All right.
because everything else is shit right now.
Oh,
So
and before you roll, you can put XP to
To boost that number if you'd like.
no, I'm good. I think
Yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna
got so
do-
many rolls, he might as well just like see what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a 5.
You got a 5. So no change. You could do a devil's bargain if you want something.
Oh, I could just roll again.
Yeah, sure. All right.
just try
no
again.
change.
Screw it. No change.
Okay.
People don't like it when you go
Spent the
and
first
say
50 years trying to say hi to everybody, and we all just kind of
well, I mean, it's for
Okay.
it's for mortals, right? Like this particular one.
No,
allies.
it can be for mortals, it can be for supernaturals if you roll high enough.
Fair enough. Wait, I thought that was context.
No, contacts are who
Context
gives you
is information.
I see. Yeah, allies. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I got an 8.
An 8. Hey, you finally made some friends. It only took you 100 years.
Wow.
An 8 is going to be, you're going to gain an ally. Oh, who's your ally? And are they still alive? Is this somebody like, so this is like 200 years ago. So this is either a minor vampire or a ghoul or a mortal family that you are allied with.
Or is there like a roll that I can make for that as well? For like what they are? Or am I just
Yeah, actually, I do have a chart for that. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
okay, let me try getting that. This says 9.
Okay, so hey, roll me a d10 again, please.
Okay. This D10. I'm going to do another D10 this time.
I feel like it should be 1 though.
Ooh, I got a 3.
So I'll let you choose between 2. You can either have a Fae or a Wraith.
Let's do the Fae. Let's.
Okay,
make it
so
easier.
a minor Fae ally.
Okay.
And inside of that, oh boy, Dark Ages Fae is not something I thought I was going to have to look up tonight.
I'm sorry. That
No,
I'm going
that's
crazy
okay.
on this one.
But Chiacid.
Yeah, I know.
That's
So, like,
why I'm like, oh, it needs to be this. Okay, so
Right.
Dark Ages Fae, what is it? Type Courts? What are they called in that? They're Firstborns, Changeling. Okay, roll me a. Let's have some fun with this. Roll me a D10 again.
Okay. That is a 1.
Okay, you have a firstborn, so purely magical, immortal fae born directly from the mists or older firstborn. They do not have natural human shapes and must craft their visages. So,
Well, we could figure out my ally is not dead.
yeah, because they're forever.
Yeah.
And let's have another fun one. Roll me another D10. And what we will do is we'll go, that's a 1 and a 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. And if you roll a 9 or a 10, we'll just have you reroll.
Okay. That is a 5.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Autumn Court.
Ooh. Back to the Vivaldi theme.
That is
Okay.
Fae.
And we will go further into this later once we have time to actually go through Dark Ages Fae a bit more.
Yeah.
So you have a capricious Autumn Court firstborn Fae. Whoa.
Sometimes it manifests as a falling leaf.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it manifests as a rotting corpse. You know, Mondays. Okay.
Just on Mondays.
Just on Mondays. Okay.
That's why he hates Mondays.
Yeah, like Garfield. Okay, so
Fair.
you have 2 more rolls, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, you got 2 more rolls total, unless you
Okay.
pay for more.
Okay. Let's do an influence and try to take back the negative point influence that I have.
All right, let's do it. Influence. Give me the 10.
That is a 7.
Hey, you got a point of influence. Congratulations.
So I'm at
Roll a
-1?
D10 to see what it's in.
Am I? Am I at
gonna
negative?
Let's find out.
Yeah.
If you roll mercant, so you'll be at a total of 1, but I'm still going to give you some enmity with the mercantile class.
Fair enough.
They're separate.
Fair
I
enough.
love that
Yeah,
the
that makes
idea
lots of
that
influence.
there's like a durational dislike of people from the East now, thanks to you. You showed up and one time this Chinese merchant came through and destabilized our economy, and ever since then we just don't trust him.
Yeah, dude.
It was the first one we'd ever met.
It's what happened in the Silk Road, I guess. 8.
8. Reputation. You actually have some reputation.
Okay.
Probably for running a cult.
Most likely, yes, I would say. Yeah.
Inventive artist, canny diplomat, scholar. I mean, honestly, being the foreign scholar of strange ideas is pretty reputational.
Yeah, I would say so.
I'd be willing to give you 2 points for that, just because of your background, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah.
So take 2 points of influence there, just because it's such a very selective, specific thing.
Yeah. Sounds
Okay.
good.
And your last roll, unless you pay for more. Where are we going?
I'll just do one last roll, and I'm going to try to get a retainer.
All right, let's do it.
That is. Let's see. That is a 6.
A 6. So let me just actually wait. I have a better retainer chart than the one in the book. Gain 1 point of retainer. So you have probably a ghoul.
Can I devil's bargain this and get a 2-point retainer instead?
Yes, you may.
What?
Your retainer is being courted by another vampire. You stole this retainer. The retainer is wounded but survives in a weakened state. Those are some potential examples.
Yeah, I would like to say that the retainer belonged to my sire before, and through a certain means of force, I have the retainer is now mine. So stolen in
Okay.
the sense that the retainer might, in some way, if not uh blood bonded or anything, could potentially not like me anymore because
Would kill you if they could,
yeah, exactly. I would say
but
so.
can't. But kind of.
Exactly.
All right. Do you want to buy any more rolls, or are we done with you?
I think we're done here. I
Okay.
think we'll be done.
We've
right
got a
now.
lot there. If you change your mind later and want to do some stuff off camera after you've spent more time building up Z, let me know.
Mhm.
We can
Yeah.
always spend some XP to do more rolls. Bastien. What do we got, baby?
To the to Robin and Jen, modern, recent Bastien, not like earlier Bastien, newer Bastien. Would he eat a guy? No? Yes?
You were close.
You were very close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rainald
feel
was
like-
making some strong points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
feel.
I feel like you spent some time with Rainald and you at least did it once because
Yeah.
we were all
I
like,
guess
you
the
gotta
que-
try it once.
To
You
see, I
gotta
guess the
try it
question
once.
is, because like I want you to remember that this has been 100 years almost of war and fighting the ancients and the beginning of the Anarch Revolt.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you are a watcher and a warrior who is looking for answers. So if you want to do that, you may.
A watcher and a warrior. Could just watch.
Or you could
Part
war.
of watching.
Or you
is
could war.
And now,
Why
just
not
because you're
both?
rolling on generation doesn't mean that you do it. Like, you could still fail.
That's true.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm going to spend 2 XP
Okay.
to make it
+2?
+2.
Okay. Sounds good. Give me that D10.
Come on. Gone forever. All right. That is an 11.
Okay. So, what's your generation?
8.
Cool. It's 7th now.
All right.
And I need you to roll me 3. You can roll me 3d10, but also roll me 1d10 separately.
Okay. Oh, that was weird. Oh, that's weird.
Accidentally
Okay,
roll
so
special on the salubri, and he's a salubri.
he said he was
yes.
Malkavian.
No. Well, but there's
so-
2 different ways to do this. So
the 3 D10 that I rolled was
Yep.
333, and then the singular D10 that I rolled was 10.
okay. So I have 2 options for you.
Okay.
You Diablo as a member of the Followers of Set, or you Diablerized a Salubri who may have come to you willingly. Because we are at the era where the Salubri are allowing themselves to be Diablerized so that they can, at the very least, that their blood doesn't fall into the Tremir's hands. So
kinda
your
like
first
that.
step to hell could be something like that. What I would also do is say that you will lose a dot of humanity, but I will
Mhm.
not make you test for the second one because it's willing.
That is a good. Oh yeah, that's damn. Yeah, the Salubri one's fun.
So what I want you to do is figure out who you ate, generation 8, 7th gen Salubri, and you could actually probably go to the vampire genealogy database, which they do have. Like you can
Okay.
like where they have gone and put in every vampire that is canon and when they died, and you could like, or when they like vanished, and you could actually
Right.
look up someone and be like, that's the Salubri I ate, potentially.
That is, I didn't know that existed, but I'm glad that it does.
Right?
And you know what I'm doing?
You're paying for another one?
I'm paying for another one.
All right, let's do it.
and it's going to be resources.
Oh, because you, god damn it.
And
This
I
is how
put
Cal
two
plays
into
board.
it.
This is how Cal plays board
And-
games.
And,
And he
I'm
lost
putting
it all.
And I lost it all, baby. And I'm putting
You
two.
lost it all.
I hope you roll a
XP.
1. I hope
Okay,
you roll
let's
a
find
1.
out. Let's do
Don't
it.
you dare.
All right.
Roll
Don't
a
you
1.
dare.
1.
Yeah, what do we got? What do we
monster.
got?
1. 1. 1. 1.
9 plus 2.
Gain 2 points of resources to a max of 6.
But my max is only 6, so.
So
I
you
did
have
it.
resources 6. Okay.
As soon
you
as
have
you were like, hi, can't let him have higher, I'm like, I know what my next 2 rolls are.
That's okay. That's okay. So you have resources 6, which is an obscene amount of resources. You are princely in your ownership of the universe. All right,
Ooh.
congrats. That's good. Alëna.
Yeah, I have a question first. So I think last time I got an ally, but I didn't write anything down about that ally and who
Was
they
it the
might have been.
mage?
I don't think it was because that was after,
Okay.
right? Because there's a 200-year gap in there, right? I was
Yeah,
thinking
fair.
about like the mage's family being like my allies or whatever, but I was
Okay.
gonna spend XP on that, I think. But can I just like assume that it was a mortal who has maybe died, and can I just like roll for type now? Because I don't think I ever rolled for type
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, if you just want to roll for, go ahead and give me a d10.
Cool. That's a 9.
God damn it, why did I make this chart so easy? All right, roll again.
That's an 8.
That no, you cannot have a lupine ally with what. You know what? Actually, sure. But the thing that you have on you has to be from a rival faction or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Jen, do you have that next to you?
It's not that. That's different.
That's different? Okay.
Yeah, and that's for when game happens.
Okay, so you have a lupine
the
or kinfolk ally. Okay.
The skull in the picture of the new art is a werewolf skull.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So this is
yeah.
great. So if you would like to roll on allies, maybe this ally dies and that's their skull. It's like, well, I had a brief romantic tryst, or well, weird platonic tryst with a friend. They died. This is them. It's like a friendship bracelet.
Yay!
He wanted me to have it.
I mean, honestly, there was probably like this lupine that started wandering around near the territory, and we kind of had it's very like. I'm not saying that Alëna is, well, first of all, she's a vampire, but like it wouldn't be necessarily a relationship, but like it's very enemies to lovers coded,
Yep.
right?
We all leave scars on each other, some emotional, some ragged and jagged.
You both
Right.
started peeing on the same territory line.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. Okay, so that's fun. And I'm going to
I'm not gonna
do two rolls again.
All right.
And my first one will be influence.
Okay, influence. Let's go. Are you spending any to boost?
Nope. That's an 8.
Okay, 8 on influence. Looking at this is going to be a plus 1 point of influence. Roll me a 10-sided dice.
I got a 9.
Your
Well,
reputation.
this guy
oh,
likes
no,
to roll me 8s and 9s.
9 is academic. You may influence
I love
developing
reading.
philosophies, preserve old knowledge, or have access to thinking. If you don't think this works, we can reroll.
Let me think on it for a second, because I do think it's funny though. Um, because my next role, and this might be where that pans out a little bit more. We're gonna
Okay.
see, because my next role is for retainer.
Oh, you adopted.
I think it's gonna be a very reluctant. If I get one, it's gonna be reluctant. Like,
You've
I
got a
didn't really
butler.
want this person, but this person has like chosen me, and I'm like, okay, I guess. It's like an apprentice or whatever, but somebody who's maybe more learned than I am. I don't know.
Sounds
Let's
good.
see.
It could be a kinfolk.
Meh. That's a 5.
All right, so retainer 5 is retainer 5 means you actually wait, hold on, let me check my chart versus their chart. Gain 1 point of retainer.
Nice.
However, would you like it to be a special point of retainer at 2 points for a devil's bargain?
You know what? Sure. I haven't taken
Okay.
Devil's Bargain yet.
I'm thinking you want that to be a kinfolk?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Cool. Are they Gould?
Oh.
Did that destroy their entire life?
That's a great question. I don't know if that would then fuck with the ally I have, right?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It probably wouldn't be great for them, but that ally might also have changed over time.
True.
So think about that. Roll me a d10 just
Yeah,
for shits and giggles, please.
Sure. 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, cool. That is a Shadow Lord kinfolk. Which makes sense for the area. This is where they live.
Yep.
Woof. Yeah. That's for those who don't know werewolf lore. It's not good. That's not good what's happening here. Okay.
It's a good time. That's hilarious to me. Yeah, I
All
will
right.
debate the Gould part. I'll think on that because I want to make sure I don't just make a decision,
Totally.
randomly.
Did you think any on the influence? Do you want to keep academics or reroll? I'd re-roll probably, unless you really want to have her shift into some of the things that come from the Cappadocian Diablerie 100 years ago.
And that's what I'm not sure about. You know what?
Because that
Can
it
I
could be
can I
interesting if
re
those.
Yeah, can I re-roll but not choose which one I take just yet?
Yeah, unless it's one that just jumps out at you. Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me 10.
Okay, cool. I just that way I could just again choose later.
Roll.
Well, it's an 8, which I think was the reputation. So
Yeah. So it's either reputation or academic.
okay, I will debate because more reputation would make sense, but also I just want to I want to think about how this might change her and where it might take her.
Absolutely. Okay. So I have a lot to work with going into next game. I want
So-
you all to go through and look at how your characters evolved and like what story you can create out of this. Rob.
Now I know it was limited amounts of time you can spend XP to buy up your road, but was it once per book you can buy up your road?
Let me just double check, actually. So, buying
Also,
up your
fun fact, because I just read this, because I pulled up the Shadow Lords thing, because I knew a bit about them, but I was like, I'm just gonna double check. But under Dark Ages, I just like how the first line is the Shadow Lords found an extreme distaste in the workings of Christianity among the humans, and Alëna's
Oh, yeah.
pagan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they absolutely hate that.
Right.
I think it's that you can raise your road during downtime once per 100 years. But I can double check that. So yeah, if you want to
Cool.
raise your road with some XP, you absolutely can.
Yes, definitely.
I feel
want
like they
to.
should have had maturation chart for road as well. I feel like that
Yeah,
could have been a good one.
that's true.
Maybe I'll do it
It's-
for the
it's-
next.
Yeah, it's because I think in the previous books they didn't really do that, but in the V20 book, you have your like moment of change, like
Yeah.
aspect of things to like change roads and to go up higher and stuff like that.
So I think that if you want to raise it by another one, go ahead. 100 years to like completely rewrite the way that your soul works is like in the background is pretty reasonable.
Okay, cool.
So what does that take you to?
I'd
sorry,
be
10?
at 4.
I was gonna say finish that conversation, but she'd be at 4. I was gonna ask if we were gonna do vinculum ratings.
Yes. However, this is going to be very complicated. So I'm going to do this off camera because it's going to involve a lot of dice rolling. Basically, I'm going to assume that you guys have had done the Vauldery with each other 10 times since then. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to get a dice roller out, or you're going to get your own dice. You're going to look at your number on that chart, and you're going to roll 10 times and track up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down for each person. Okay?
Oh, so it replaces it each time, basically?
No. So basically, if you
It builds
are at
or
a
subtracts from it.
yeah, it adds or subtracts. So
Oh.
if you're at a vinculum 5 and you roll 6, it goes up to 6. If you are at 5 and you roll, basically, if you roll over, it goes up. If you roll lower, it goes down.
But only by like
By 1.
only by 1. So you're just rolling
So
over.
the maximum of
Okay, so if
maximum of 1
you
and 10.
started at 8 and you rolled a 1, it doesn't go down to 7.
it goes down to
Like, or it
7.
doesn't
No.
go, yeah, it goes down to 7, not to like
No.
6, like to 2. Okay,
But
okay, cool.
because this
And
is
the only
this
way
is
is
a
it
lot
can-
of
if my vinculum was like 8, it would only go up if I rolled a 9 or a 10.
that is
So it
correct.
kind of like averages. Oh, okay.
It averages
Yeah.
out, yeah.
I like,
but
that's cool.
basically,
But it doesn't-
you're gonna
It doesn't change anything drastically.
Yeah.
So look at your numbers for each individual person. Like for example, looking at the XP chart. Let's see, where is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna remove the NPCs that we did the Vauldery with because
Yeah, just like take that chart and throw it at the bottom so we have a record of it.
oh yeah, sure.
You just copy paste it or something.
Yeah.
Lombok. Because those stats will remain the same unless you have
Oh yeah, that's
gone
true.
with
yeah.
them again. So like Tereza and Rainald are rolling, etc., etc. Blah, blah, blah. You guys know how to read that chart, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will add
and then you can also roll for Lena as well if she's still around this area.
I'm going to add Aster in,
Mhm.
but we aren't doing it yet.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
that's- yeah.
So with that, we're gonna go do that off camera because that is a lot of just pointless dice rolling for our sake. But I wanted to say a couple of last things. First of all, a big shout out to Michael Ilott, who is our graphics guy. He took some time off over his birthday to update this overlay. It's cooler now. Look at that. Transylvania Chronicles 2, Son of the Dragon down below. It's got Aster over there, and I can't wait for you to see what the next one looks like because it's going to be just gorgeous. And that is thanks to Sam Young, who is my editor and the head over at None More Dark Publishing, who also does art in his spare time. And he has been he has gotten really, really amazing at it, like shockingly good at doing art, and has become our World of Darkness artist. So thank you so much, Sam. You're an amazing artist, and anybody who has seen the art on everything from Dominion forward, it's almost exclusively Sam for our World of Darkness and Chronicles of Darkness games, and I couldn't be happier. Besides that, any last things that we should talk about? We got 2 weeks before we hop back in and start eating the world as you go find Dracula himself. Perfect. So folks, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Transylvania Chronicles. I'm excited to actually be doing this our way rather than the book's way going forward, because I gotta be honest, it's a lot of pressure to try to make everybody happy who's watching, and also make the book happy, and also make your players happy, and also make myself happy. So being able to go off script and have fun with it is exactly what this game really needs. So thanks for supporting that. And if you were coming here for the vanilla experience, I hope you enjoy our swirl experience or our strawberry experience. If you
I
like
feel
what we
like
do here-
strawberry because we're vampires and blood.
that's what I'm thinking, right? It's right. That's where I was.
Yeah.
If you like what we do here and you want to support us, first off, you can go to our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games, or you can join our Patreon, where there are a bunch of additional games released every month. This Friday is episode 5 or 6 of Vampire the Masquerade: The Little Death, which is a Vancouver-based Vampire the Masquerade game that is following in the footsteps of shows like Forever Night and is involving a murder mystery among a bunch of kindred in Vancouver, now that it is ran by none other than Lucida, because Siegfried's gone, and Lucida has been thrust into the role of prince against her will, and we love it. Also, Anatole's rolling around, so that's always fun. You also can see Mage the Ascension Bedlam. You can watch all of Mage the Ascension Technocracy Dominion up there. We have so many more games that are showing up there. And on Friday, you not only are going to get Little Death in the morning, which is going to be a special time of 10 a.m. this week, but in the evening, you will be able to watch the finale of Storm King's Panic. Which is the Storm King's Thunder game that Robin runs. We're gonna kill a Durgan or die trying.
Nom nom.
Nom nom. That's all we're all about eating on this channel. It's great. Thank you to our amazing patrons, our guided DM, the Big Fan of Noise, our divine producers, Shikon De Vermillion, Roland Riggs, and our parents, our collective parents, Jan and Bob, our wizards of the Patreon, the Ink Goblin, Karasha Urquhart, and Big Nut, our monster maker, Soul Omen, and our High Council, Terran, Amberthus, Tammy, Iron Warrior X, Chef Ella Death, Nerdy Metal Gent, Raven with Baubles, Cookie Mon Steve, Lord of Zoinks, Andrea Gresham, and Michael Drist. You guys are all amazing. Please join the Patreon. It keeps the lights on here, and I just bought a house, and the mortgage is expensive. So please join and help us do this and keep the lights on and keep us rolling in blood. We will see you in 2 weeks for Vampire the Masquerade: The Transylvania Chronicles, Book 2, Son of the Dragon, here on Dork Tales. Until then, be sure to wear some sunblock. It's bright out there. Good night, everybody.